Howdy. We're going on a little trip today, heading back to my old college. I've got a buddy that works in one of the, I think it's like one of the psychology departments or something. He's doing some research. He's doing a study on, I don't know, heart rate stuff or something. He asked me if I could come and volunteer my services and participate. So they're going to strap a heart rate monitor to me and, I don't know, try to scare me or show me unsettling things. And all I know is I'm getting paid to do it. And it's a good buddy of mine, so couldn't really turn him down. So we're going to do that. I'm hoping also just maybe walk around campus a little bit, get some photos taken, you know, get some stuff. For the most part, it's just going to be me existing. So we're driving over there now, and we're just going to vibe. Loving my new tripod. I need to find all of the reasons to use it. What I'm going to start doing, what I really do want to start doing, is something I used to do early on, which didn't serve me well because I was just so nervous to actually make use of what I was doing. But like early on, when I first bought a bunch of this stuff, I would just always carry it on me. I would take it everywhere. I got the Peak Design bags that let me put capture clips, to have me carry all this gear. I guess I could have my mirrorless camera on me at all times and it not be like a huge inconvenience. Like with the capture clips, you just stick it on somewhere. With the big Peak Design everyday backpack, it fit nicely in there and you could still carry so much more stuff. It wasn't really like a hindrance to carry the camera, and it puts me in a good situation of anytime I am able to just suddenly do something, I can, you know? But it's like, yeah, sure, you might not go out all the time, plan to do something, plan to make a video, plan to make footage, take photos, edit this, do that. You might not plan to do it all the time. You should be planning to do it somewhat frequently if you want stuff to, you know, put out. But at the same time, you never really know when you're just gonna be in a position to do stuff. Or, you know, like maybe you're hanging out and then whoever you're with is like, hey, let's just like go do something. And you're like, well, this would be a great moment to have my camera and my GoPro and, you know, or my Action 6. This would have been a perfect time, but darn, it's all at home because I really wasn't expecting to do anything today. Can be a game changer if you're just ready for that at all times. And I think that's what I really want to start doing, is just have just my everyday carry of the Action 6, the Pocket 3, my mirrorless camera, so that any time that inspiration strikes or just plans change and things happen, I'm ready to just jump right in and take pictures of stuff. I'm ready to jump right in and record stuff. I have all of the necessary gear. Like, sure, maybe I won't always be bringing like the chesty, so I can easily get like a chest POV, but for the most part, I can hold something in my hand. I can attach it in some other way with some of the other tools I do have. So as long as you bring enough tools, you're almost always going to be able to do something. So just be ready. Have that mindset of always being ready to do something, always being willing to do something. And not even just that, but just also pushing yourself too anytime you're scared or afraid. Don't be afraid of being cringe. Don't be afraid to be the person with, you know, the camera strapped to their chest or the camera strapped to their head. Obviously, they're not going to be as big as this. But just don't be afraid. Have fun. Exist. Don't be afraid to go out there and embarrass yourself a little bit. Be the person in question, because honestly, a lot of times if you're silently judged, who cares? Like, people are going to think what they want. Just assume that they're not thinking, assume that they don't exist. And honestly, anytime you do get like any kind of confrontation, there's always so many people that are afraid of thinking, oh, if I do this, I'm going to get kicked out, or they're going to tell me to stop recording, you know, somebody's going to pick a fight with me, they're going to argue with me. That doesn't happen nearly as much as people make it seem like it does. What's honestly going to happen way more often is people going like, I got one of them sitting in a box at home, you know, or I always wanted to get one of those. Which one is that? You know, you have more people that are curious than those that are judgmental. And as long as you stick with that, you're better. Just do things, you know, and that's what I try to live by, is to do that as well. To just be curious, not judgmental. Ask the questions that will either positively reinforce something you want to do or negatively reinforce it. Don't just go into this thinking the worst or expecting the worst. Ask questions, be curious, because that's what people are going to do. You're not going to get too many people that are like bashing you for wearing a camera on your chest, because odds are more people are just going to think like, wow, that's pretty cool, that's sick. They're going to get some like good footage. That's so interesting. You know, they'll even think like, I wish I had the courage to do that. I wish I could be this person that's doing that. Don't be afraid. Go out there. Do things. I also had a curious thing happen last night. I was uploading a bunch of footage, and right when I was logging off, my computer was like, hey, You got an update, you want to update? I was like, yeah, sure, update, and then shut down. And so everything was fine. Went to bed, woke up, wanted to start sifting through some of the footage I have. My computer won't turn on. Well, it turns on, but it doesn't turn all the way on. And of course, you know, anytime something happens, people are always like, oh, that could mean like 6 different things. Good luck. And I'm like, well, God damn it. That doesn't help. I need to know what should I be trying to do other than go down this list of 27 things you want me to do. So I've been troubleshooting that. I was working on that up until I had to leave for this appointment. So like, I'll be honest, it stressed me a little because now my computer is just not a computer. It's just a giant, expensive paperweight. So it's getting me really anxious because now I have this to go do in the meantime, and I know that's going to be stressing me out, worrying me out a little bit. And I'm just going to have to come straight home after and keep troubleshooting it. I'm going to try to get in a call with my buddy Karlik because he's really good at figuring out computer stuff, so I'll see what suggestions he might have based on his vast knowledge. I'll hopefully get into a call with him later, figure it out, because it's gonna suck not being able to use my computer because it's just such a big part of my life. Bro, I don't think they're gonna let me merge, man. I'd say one thing I think I need to get better at is getting B-roll. I am very bad at just getting extra footage. Or like, it's not a bad video if you don't have B-roll, but I will say it's a much better video if you do, because it just adds depth, it adds character. I think it just makes it feel like it's more of an experience when you have some good B-roll, because otherwise it's just a pretty static start to finish, you know, especially the car rides. If it's just boop, and then talking for 10 minutes and then at the end, you know, and it's just one static shot, one single camera angle you have the entire time. So I think one thing is good to get some B-roll. You know, you want to try to figure out a time to just like record some random stuff, whether it's cars driving in front of you, whether it's cars driving next to you, something. Destinations, road signs, road hazards, road something. Record something and everything. I think B-roll is just a lot. It's something you kind of need to get used to. My bike is a little unusable at the moment. As I mentioned before, we're doing a lot of remodeling in our garage. And so normally where I park my bike is in the backyard. So in preparation of the final steps for remodeling our garage, we took everything out and put it either in boxes to go storage or just like shove it in the backyard on the side of the house, because once they're done tomorrow, we'll be able to load enough things back into the garage. But unfortunately, that means that my bike is kind of very blocked off. We put like this heavy ass table and these couple toolboxes on the side of the house, and so it's blocking my exit with the bike. So unfortunately, the bike is inaccessible. I hope there's parking, or at least free parking. I hope I don't have to pay for parking. The study I was doing to help my buddy out was a little more intensive than I thought it'd be. He was doing some like heart rate monitoring and like studies, so he was like, you know, getting my resting heart rate, showing me different pictures of things, trying to get like, I don't know, a rise out of me or something, and then started getting me to exercise, and I was not prepared for the exercise, and I was not expecting to have to do jumping jacks for like 10 minutes straight, or run in place for like 10 minutes, or running laps. I was thinking at most I'd be doing like a handful of push-ups or some stretches or something, just to like strain my heart a little bit, but homeboy was really trying to push me to the limit. So it took me a little longer to like come down from that. So I had to rest for a bit. But then also, hadn't seen him in a really long time, so we were just hanging out, shooting this shit for a long time. And as you can kind of see, it is dark. It is like 8 o'clock. What I am going to try and do is, well, not try and do, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to head back to one of my favorite boba places near campus. It's called Seven Leaves. I've been there before. I used to go there a lot with my friend that I used to come out and visit. The one I think I got sushi with way in one of my earlier videos. She was the one who I was really trying to, at the time, and clearly failing because here we are now. And so I really pushed myself eventually, ever so slightly. And it was one of the videos early on where I finally took my Action 5 and like kind of recorded my tuna or like my salmon bowl or like the ramen real quick. Baby steps, I know, but those baby steps would have been a lot nicer if they had been followed by more and more baby steps and had not just been a singular baby step. Secure. Ooh. You're not allowed to see the code to my car. Let's go. Yeah, as I was saying, we got our green Thai tea. It's very delicious. I love it. Let me set my camera up. Yeah. Very good. It's delish. Ah, I stabbed myself. You know, I had just taken the key light like out of my closet. I was getting ready to like use it in my everyday carry, but now I left it at home. But let's get this camera mounted back up on the windshield, right? And we are back. Putting on our seatbelt for safety. Gonna start the car. It's gonna be kind of loud, probably. Yeah, that wasn't as loud as I thought it'd be. All right, all in all, it was a good day. Got the study done. Got some boba. Did some pretty freaking moderate exercise, I'll be honest. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna drive home, sign off here, most likely. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming along with me on this little journey. Still pretty sad that I ended up spending too much time there and not being able to go out while the sun was still out and get some good pictures. But there's always tomorrow. There's always another day. Just do whatever you can in the time you do have. And try not to have regrets. Try not to fixate on what you could have or should have done given the opportunity. Just take the opportunity the next time you can. Make the opportunity happen the next time you can. Don't just fixate on the past. Enjoy the present as much as you can. And anything that you don't have time to enjoy in the present never ends. The present continues to be the present. You can debate about the future, but one day the future will be the present. So just keep doing everything you can and just try your best. Keep doing things. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing things I never thought I'd do. Doing this study, going out of your way. Just be a lot more outgoing, because at the end of the day, I was a very shy and awkward person that just would not really talk to people or engage with them, and I would very much just stay quiet. So just talk to people. Make some friends. Make as many friends. You can never have too many friends. Make as many friends as you can every day, every minute, every hour. You can never have too many friends. You can never have too many people that just enjoy your company or just want to get to know you. It makes you happy when people are happy to know you. That happiness is infectious. So spread that happiness as much as you can, and the happiness is going to spread back. But that's it for me today. I'm still a little tired. My feet are hurting. I was doing a lot of jumping jacks, a lot of things. My feet are hurting a lot, so I'm gonna drive home very carefully and just relax and work on my computer and hopefully not cry. But I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I love all your beautiful faces. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.